Thanks for staying with us. So African universities are increasingly vulnerable to cyber attacks due to their valuable data and inherent system weaknesses. According to Microsoft's Cyber Signals report, the education sector was the third most targeted industry in Q2 this year. So joining us on the show is the country director of Microsoft Nigeria and Ghana, Mrs. Olatomiwa Williams. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you on. So tell us about this Cyber Signals report. What exactly did you find in this report?
In this Cyber Signal report, it highlights the importance of cybersecurity in education sector, focusing on the fact that education have variety of users, and with more data on the cloud, and education also going, some education content going online, and the diversity of users within the education sector. The education industry is becoming a prime target for bad actors. Okay. And this is driving the need for education industry to really look critically at reviewing their cybersecurity posture so that we can continue to provide a secure environment for our education industry.
So what do you think are the measures that these educational institutions need to take to protect themselves from these attacks?
For us at Microsoft, we are consistently monitoring cyber landscape globally. But of course, for education IT pros, starting from the basics is really important. And ensuring that they deploy multi-layered security framework, providing trainings for both students and employees of the schools or universities, as it were, on cyber hygiene, as well as implementing best-in-class cybersecurity solutions, implementing regular security updates and patches is really crucial.
Okay.
Okay, can you provide examples of cyber threats that has targeted educational institutions recently?
There are a number of threats that we've seen globally. I'll say, based on the report, with about 2,507 targeted attacks towards education industry weekly, that is really a major threat to education, as it were. In Q2 alone, as you have alluded to earlier on, we have seen increasing targets on education sector. That's in Q2 of 2024, over 2,000 attacks on education industry in the last 1 year. So this is really a major challenge. To make sure that education industry are looking at this critically, it's important that we provide these reports and details to them. For example, a recent survey that was conducted for about 60 universities in Kenya shows that they were consistently attacked, and they also, and this is also due to some level of, laxity in terms of cybersecurity posture within the school. And recently, we have seen one of the prominent universities in Morocco that their master's nomination platform was attacked by bad actors. And even in Nigeria, a private university's website was hacked by attackers. So we're seeing a number of these evolving across the globe, most especially in Africa.
Sorry, just to be a bit more specific, are you saying that somebody can hack into the computer and put somebody Jane Doe's name as a
like
somebody who has passed out from that studio?
Yes.
What exactly?
What are they looking for? What do they?
People's thesis.
So, you know that in schools there are a number of data.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the virtue of the way school structure is, one, you see, whether you're talking about primary school to secondary school, we have children that about 6 years old, up to, people that are in their master's degree. So you can see the wide array of demography. And we have different staff as well. We have cleaners, we have food service providers, we have people providing financial services within the
the
school
non-academic staff?
Non-academic staff. So school has a variety of data that bad actors could potentially target. Even research data as well could be a potential target to bad actors. So
they can carry out identity theft.
And they can carry out identity theft. So for example, school environment also have payment platform that students can also make payments. They have their health record and those proprietary information that attackers can easily target to make money from.
Okay, so obviously there is huge risk. I was watching a medical series recently and they hacked the system and then they couldn't access any information for days and it put lives at risk. In the educational sector, it might mean you cannot get your certificate and all of that. It might also, and all the things that can go wrong. So I want to find out what exactly is Microsoft now doing to support the educational sector in protecting themselves a bit better?
So as I said earlier on, we are consistently monitoring the cyber signals globally. And because we've also seen the rate of attack or targeting education institution, I think in Africa, education institution is one of the most targeted industry.
Wow. Really?
Yes, because of the value of the data in that space and the vulnerability that it can easily exploit. For us, we are providing these signals, and that's one of the reasons why we're providing this report. And secondly is also educating IT pros within the education industry to say starting from the basics is good, but it's really important to also ensure that they are deploying the right cybersecurity solutions to protect the entire education landscape by centralizing their infrastructure so that they are able to, first of all, see attack centrally and be able to manage it real time. Our co-pilot for security is an AI-powered security solutions that help IT pros to augment their cybersecurity engagement so that it can help them to easily detect, protect, and respond to threats. This is an assisted solution for IT pros. So we are equipping IT pros with this technology and we are encouraging them to adopt it. Secondly, we are also providing curated courses that is targeted at leaders, at IT pros, as students, even as parents, to help them to understand cybersecurity landscape and be able to protect themselves. So we encourage everyone to go look for these different courses. They are free, they are online, they are available to everyone.
So any of the... go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to ask if there were any examples of how maybe you've worked with any educational institution and they've employed your AI interventions and how has it helped them so that other institutions can see how it works?
So we're working across board, not only in education industry. We work across various industry. But of course, we want education industry now to see that there's need for them to really prioritize cybersecurity. And we have a number of, intervention programs to support schools and higher institution learning. We would like to partner more with, leaders within the academia to ensure that they have the access to the right tools and resources to help them to respond accurately to cyber threats.
Okay, so what's your biggest challenge in all of this? What's that thing that you're always seeing that's going to be a problem or could be a problem?
I think a number of things. One is education. People need to be aware that these are real threats. And secondly, also skills. And that's why we put a lot of importance on providing skilling opportunities for people, especially people within the academia. And we really want them to embrace this. And in some instances are also access. You know, for example, some students have access individually on their own, but also in terms of access to connectivity and a robust, centralized IT infrastructure for the school is really pivotal to ensuring successful framework. But that is not to say that they can't start from where they are. Any school or any school organization can start from where they are by ensuring that they have a robust security assessment of their infrastructure, identify where the gaps are, and we can come in to help them to look at what are the steps that are required to bridge those gaps, because it's an ongoing, engagement to ensure cyber threat. As threats are evolving, the institutions are able to meet up and able to provide the right coverage for their community.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Williams. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you
Microsoft.
so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
That's all we can take on this segment. We'll come back to our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.